All right, let's talk about the big news shaking up the AFC East, because the Miami Dolphins just made a huge move at quarterback. They're bringing in a player with, well, one of the most interesting and roller coaster stories in the entire league.
And look, the timing of this is everything. With their former starter now out of the picture, the Dolphins are officially and very publicly turning the page. This isn't just about a new player, you guys. This is about defining the whole future of the franchise.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll get into the deal itself. Then, we're going to trace Willis's really winding path from Tennessee to Green Bay. We'll look at how he totally revived his career, what he actually brings to Miami, and of course, what this wild next chapter could hold.
Okay, so first things first, the deal is done. It's official. Sources have confirmed it. Free agent quarterback Malik Willis has signed with the Miami Dolphins.
But you gotta hear the timing on this, because this is where it gets really dramatic. This news broke on the exact same day that the Dolphins released quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, talk about a clear signal from the front office. It was one in, one out. A really decisive and honestly a pretty dramatic shift in direction. Now, to really get why this signing is such a big deal, you have to look at the journey Malik Willis has been on. And let me tell you, it has been anything but a straight line. It's been a wild ride. So he comes into the league back in 2022, a third-round pick for the Titans, and there was a ton of hype around him. But just 2 years later, he gets traded to the Green Bay Packers for only a seventh-round pick. Think about that for a second. That tells you just how far his stock had fallen. But you know what they say, sometimes a change of scenery is everything. Because in Green Bay, the story just completely flipped on its head. This is where Malik Willis went from being almost a forgotten draft pick to a quarterback who completely revived his career. He got his chance, and boy, did he make the most of it. Get this, less than a month after he even joined the team, he was thrown into the fire as a starter for 2 games, and he won both of them. Right away, he proved he could lead a team to a W. And it wasn't just when he was the planned starter. No, he showed incredible poise when the pressure was really on. Later that season, the starter, Jordan Love, goes down with an injury. Willis steps in cold, off the bench, throws a touchdown, and just coolly leads the game-winning drive. I mean, come on, that's the stuff that gets you noticed. Okay, so we know he was clutch, but was he actually efficient? Well, let's talk numbers, and this one is pretty wild. Across 11 appearances with the Packers, Willis completed a staggering 78.7% of his passes. That is just elite-level accuracy. But the most stunning number, the one that should really make everyone sit up and pay attention, is this one, 0. In those 11 games for Green Bay, he threw 0 interceptions. Not one. For any quarterback, that is impressive. But for a guy who was once seen as a risky player, that is a total game changer. It just screams discipline and smart decision-making. So when you put it all together, the picture becomes crystal clear. He wasn't got some game manager out there. He was a dynamic playmaker. 9 total touchdowns, 6 with his arm, 3 with his legs, all while protecting the football perfectly. So that brings us right back to today. What exactly are the Miami Dolphins getting in this revived 26-year-old quarterback? All right, let's just tick the boxes here. Miami is getting a quarterback who just recently showed high-efficiency passing, a proven ability to score with both his arm and his legs, real poise in those critical moments, and maybe most important of all, rock-solid, zero-turnover decision-making. And you can add one more thing to that list, something you can't really see in the stats, pure motivation. In his own words, Willis says he's super excited for this new chance. This is a player who has seen the bottom, who fought his way back, and now he is hungry for a fresh start. So, what comes next? The backstory is fascinating for sure, but for the Dolphins and their fans, it's all about the future. It's all about the massive question that is now hanging over Miami. I mean, when you step back and look at it, it's a textbook redemption story, isn't it? He struggled in Tennessee, he completely reinvented himself in Green Bay, and now he has earned a legitimate second chance to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And so that leaves us with the million-dollar question. The numbers from Green Bay show unbelievable potential, but was that just a small, lucky sample size, or was it the start of something real and sustainable? For the Miami Dolphins, is this a huge gamble on a player who once flamed out, or is it the savvy, calculated move that completes one of the great comeback stories in the league? Well, only time will tell.